The tension in the packed congressional chamber was palpable as Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC, took the floor during a highly anticipated public hearing on wealth inequality. The hearing, which featured testimony from some of America's wealthiest individuals, quickly turned into a fiery confrontation when AOC directed her remarks squarely at Elon Musk, the billionaire CEO of Tesla and SpaceX. Mr. Musk, while you've been busy building rockets and creating electric cars, millions of Americans are struggling to put food on the table, AOC began, her tone sharp and unyielding. You've become the poster child for the growing wealth gap in this country, a greedy billionaire hoarding resources while workers suffer. Musk, seated at the witness table, raised an eyebrow but remained silent, his smirk barely concealed. AOC continued, her voice rising with intensity. You've amassed billions while paying your workers just enough to scrape by. Tell me, how does that align with the so-called American dream you claim to champion? When Musk finally spoke, his response was as pointed as it was dismissive. Congresswoman, I've created jobs, advanced technology, and contributed billions in taxes. I don't think that qualifies as greed. His cool demeanor only seemed to fuel AOC's fire. Creating jobs doesn't excuse exploitation, AOC shot back, her words echoing through the chamber. Your workers deserve fair wages and benefits, not empty platitudes about innovation. And let's not even start on the tax loopholes you and your peers exploit. The room erupted in murmurs, with some lawmakers visibly shifting in their seats. The exchange was unlike anything they had seen before, with AOC refusing to back down and Musk defending himself with a mix of sarcasm and calculated deflection. Congresswoman, I'm here to talk about solutions, not to be vilified for my success, Musk replied, his tone tinged with irritation. Perhaps we should focus on how to create more opportunities rather than tearing down those who have succeeded. But AOC wasn't having it. Opportunities? For whom, Mr. Musk? The Billionaires Club? While you're vacationing in space, Americans are drowning in debt. The system is rigged in your favor, and you know it. The hearing devolved into a heated back and forth that captivated the nation. Clips of the exchange spread like wildfire on social media, with hashtags like #AOCvs Musk and #GreedyBillionaire trending within minutes. Supporters of AOC praised her for speaking truth to power, while Musk's defenders argued that she was grandstanding for political gain. As the hearing progressed, other lawmakers attempted to steer the conversation back to policy, but the damage had been done. AOC's sharp critiques and Musk's defensive remarks became the focal point, overshadowing the testimony of other witnesses. Outside the chamber, reporters swarmed both AOC and Musk for comments. I stand by every word I said, AOC told the press. The wealth inequality in this country is a crisis, and billionaires like Elon Musk need to be held accountable. Musk, in his own post-hearing statement, dismissed the confrontation as political theater and emphasized his contributions to society. I'm focused on solving real problems, he said. Theatrics in Congress won't change that. The exchange quickly became the subject of late-night comedy sketches, political analysis, and heated debates on news networks. Some pundits hailed AOC as a champion of the people, while others accused her of using the hearing as a platform for self-promotion. Meanwhile, the public response was equally divided. Progressive activists celebrated AOC's boldness, organizing rallies and launching campaigns to address wealth inequality. Musk supporters, however, defended him as a visionary unfairly targeted for his success. As the dust settled, the hearing left a lasting impact on the national conversation about wealth inequality. AOC's confrontation with Musk became a rallying cry for those demanding systemic change, while Musk's remarks fueled ongoing debates about the role of billionaires in shaping America's future. In the days following the hearing, AOC introduced new legislation aimed at closing tax loopholes and increasing wages for workers. Dubbed the Fair Wealth Act, the proposal faced fierce opposition from conservatives and lobbyists but garnered widespread attention thanks to the high-profile clash. Musk, for his part, announced plans to increase philanthropic efforts, a move some viewed as a response to the criticism he faced during the hearing. I'm committed to making a difference, he tweeted, though skeptics questioned the timing of the announcement. The hearing became a defining moment in the broader battle over economic inequality, highlighting the growing divide between the nation's wealthiest individuals and the working class. For AOC, it was a testament to her ability to dominate the conversation. For Musk, it was a reminder of the scrutiny that comes with being one of the world's most influential figures. As the nation continued to grapple with the fallout of the public hearing, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC, and Elon Musk remained at the center of a fiery debate that dominated headlines and social media feeds. Their explosive exchange on wealth inequality became a flashpoint in the larger conversation about the role of billionaires in American society. In the immediate aftermath of the hearing, AOC took to social media to amplify her message. "Wealth inequality isn't an accident. It's a design," she tweeted to her millions of followers. "Billionaires like Elon Musk profit off a rigged system while everyday Americans are left to struggle. It's time for change." The tweet went viral within minutes, garnering praise from progressives and sparking backlash from conservatives. Musk, not one to shy away from a fight, fired back on Twitter. "Attacking people for their success is not leadership. Maybe focus on real solutions instead of blaming those who create jobs and innovate," he posted. His tweet also went viral, with supporters rushing to his defense and critics accusing him of dodging accountability. The clash between AOC and Musk quickly became a cultural phenomenon. Memes flooded the internet, with some depicting Musk as a spacefaring billionaire out of touch with reality and others portraying AOC as a fiery crusader for justice. One particularly viral image featured AOC holding a torch labeled Equality, while Musk floated away in a rocket labeled Greed. Back in Washington, the confrontation sparked heated debates among lawmakers. Progressive Democrats rallied around AOC, with Senator Bernie Sanders calling her remarks exactly what this country needs to hear. Moderate Democrats, however, expressed concern that the exchange risked alienating key constituencies. "We need to bring people together, not drive them apart," one moderate lawmaker said. Republicans, on the other hand, seized on the moment to criticize AOC, accusing her of engaging in class warfare. "This isn't about inequality. It's about envy," Senator Ted Cruz said during a televised interview. AOC's attacks on Elon Musk are just another example of the left's anti-business agenda. The public response mirrored the political divide. Protests erupted in cities across the country, with activists demanding higher taxes on the wealthy and greater protections for workers. Signs reading "Tax the Billionaires" and "Musk pays less than me" became common sights at rallies. Meanwhile, Musk supporters organized counter-protests, defending him as a visionary unfairly targeted for his success. The controversy even spilled into the entertainment industry. Late-night comedians turned the clash into comedic gold, with one host quipping, "AOC and Musk should settle this the billionaire way, a cage match on Mars." The audience roared with laughter, but the moment underscored the cultural resonance of the confrontation. As the hearing continued to dominate the news cycle, analysts began dissecting its broader implications. Some argued that AOC's fiery rhetoric marked a turning point in the national conversation about wealth inequality, while others warned that the polarization it sparked could make meaningful reform even harder to achieve. The clash also had significant implications for Musk's businesses. Tesla and SpaceX faced increased scrutiny from regulators and activists, with calls for investigations into their labor practices and tax filings. Musk, however, dismissed these efforts as politically motivated, telling reporters, "They're coming after me because I'm successful, not because I've done anything wrong." For AOC, the hearing cemented her status as a leading voice for progressives. Her sharp critiques of Musk resonated with younger voters, many of whom saw her as a champion for their generation. "She's fighting for us," one college student said during a rally in New York. Finally, someone is holding these billionaires accountable. The confrontation also inspired a wave of grassroots activism. Community organizers began hosting workshops on wealth inequality and worker rights, using clips of the hearing as a teaching tool. One organizer described the moment as a wake-up call for America. As the weeks passed, the clash continued to influence the political landscape. AOC introduced new legislation aimed at closing tax loopholes and increasing transparency in corporate finances. Dubbed the Wealth Equity Act, the bill quickly became a rallying point for progressives and a target for conservatives. Musk, for his part, doubled down on his philanthropic efforts, announcing a $1 billion donation to environmental causes. Critics, however, questioned the timing of the announcement, accusing him of using philanthropy to deflect attention from the controversy. The confrontation also sparked debates within the Democratic Party. Some progressives called for more aggressive action against billionaires, while moderates urged caution, warning that alienating business leaders could have unintended consequences. "We need to work with innovators, not vilify them," one moderate Democrat said. Meanwhile, Republicans used the incident to energize their base, framing AOC's remarks as part of a broader assault on American capitalism. "If they can come for Elon Musk, they can come for you," one GOP campaign ad declared. The cultural impact of the confrontation extended beyond politics. Artists and writers began creating works inspired by the exchange, from political cartoons to dystopian novels exploring themes of inequality and power. One popular graphic novel depicted a fictionalized version of the clash, with AOC and Musk as rival leaders in a divided future America. Despite the chaos, both AOC and Musk remained steadfast in their positions. During a town hall in California, AOC told supporters, "This isn't just about Elon Musk. It's about a system that allows a handful of people to hoard wealth while millions struggle to survive." Her remarks were met with standing ovations. Musk, speaking at a tech conference in Austin, offered a different perspective. "Innovation is what drives progress," he said. "If we punish success, we're punishing the very thing that makes America great." As new controversies emerged and the news cycle moved on, the legacy of the AOC-Musk confrontation endured. It became a symbol of the growing divide between the ultra-wealthy and the working class, a moment that encapsulated the broader struggles shaping America's future. The national focus on the confrontation between AOC and Elon Musk refused to fade, as the political, cultural, and economic ramifications continued to ripple through American society. The hearing's viral clips, particularly AOC's sharp accusation of Musk being a greedy billionaire, became symbolic of the growing tension between workers and the wealthiest Americans. In the days following the hearing, advocacy groups on both sides intensified their campaigns. Progressive organizations began running ads featuring AOC's remarks, urging voters to support her Wealth Equity Act. Meanwhile, pro-business groups countered with their own campaigns, depicting Musk as a job creator unfairly vilified for his success. Musk's public relations team sprang into action, scheduling interviews and public appearances to highlight his contributions to society. In a televised interview, Musk defended his businesses, saying, "I've worked hard for everything I've built. It's not greed to innovate, it's ambition." AOC, however, remained unswayed. At a rally in Chicago, she addressed Musk's remarks directly, saying, "Ambition without accountability is exploitation. We need ambition that lifts everyone, not just the billionaire class." Her words drew cheers from the audience, many of whom waved signs reading, "Tax the rich" and "Justice for workers." As the debate intensified, tech workers began to speak out about their experiences in Musk's companies. Anonymous testimonials surfaced online, detailing grueling hours, limited benefits, and minimal job security. Musk's critics used these accounts as further evidence to support AOC's claims, while his supporters dismissed them as coordinated attacks. The labor movement saw a resurgence of energy in the wake of the hearing. Union leaders pointed to the exchange as proof of the need for stronger worker protections and began organizing strikes and demonstrations. In Silicon Valley, employees from several major tech companies walked out in solidarity with AOC's message. On Capitol Hill, the confrontation deepened the divide between Democrats and Republicans. Progressive lawmakers rallied around AOC, with Senator Elizabeth Warren introducing a companion bill to the Wealth Equity Act in the Senate. Conservatives, however, doubled down on their support for Musk, framing him as a defender of free enterprise. Media coverage of the incident remained relentless. News outlets devoted entire segments to analyzing the economic implications of AOC's proposed reforms, with economists debating whether taxing billionaires would help or hinder the economy. Some argued that her plan would redistribute wealth effectively, while others warned of potential job losses and slowed innovation. The cultural impact of the hearing extended beyond the political arena. Artists began creating works inspired by the clash, from satirical cartoons to protest songs. A popular graffiti mural in Brooklyn depicted AOC holding a gavel labeled "Accountability," while Musk stood atop a pile of money, clutching a rocket. Late-night comedians continued to lampoon the incident. One host joked, "AOC called Musk a greedy billionaire, but let's be real. He probably paid for that insult with points on his Tesla stock." The audience laughed, but the joke underscored the persistent attention the clash was receiving. Polling data revealed stark divisions in public opinion. Among Democrats and progressives, AOC's approval rating soared, with many viewing her as a fearless advocate for economic justice. Among Republicans and libertarians, Musk's favorability climbed, as he was seen as a symbol of resilience against government overreach. As the weeks turned into months, the confrontation inspired a wave of grassroots activism. Community organizers hosted town halls and workshops on wealth inequality, using clips from the hearing as conversation starters. "This is our moment to demand change," one organizer said during a meeting in Seattle. The international response to the hearing was equally polarized. European leaders praised AOC's boldness, while Musk supporters in countries like India and China highlighted his global contributions to technology and innovation. The incident became a global conversation about capitalism and inequality. Meanwhile, corporate America watched the fallout with trepidation. CEOs and executives expressed concerns that AOC's rhetoric could lead to a broader push for corporate accountability. Some began lobbying lawmakers to oppose her proposals, warning of potential economic fallout if her ideas gained traction. Within the Democratic Party, the hearing became a litmus test for loyalty. Progressives rallied around AOC, using her confrontation with Musk as a rallying cry for systemic change. Moderates, however, expressed concerns that her aggressive approach could alienate voters and donors. Musk's businesses faced increased scrutiny from regulators and activists. Calls for investigations into Tesla's labor practices and SpaceX's environmental impact gained momentum, prompting Musk to issue a statement defending his companies. "We operate with integrity and innovation," he said. "These attacks are baseless and politically motivated." Despite the backlash, Musk remained a popular figure among his supporters. At a Tesla event in Texas, he joked about the hearing, saying, "I didn't realize I was starring in a political drama this year." His quip drew laughter and applause from the crowd. AOC, for her part, continued to push for her Wealth Equity Act, holding town halls and rallies across the country. Her fiery speeches and passionate advocacy made her a leading voice for progressives, but also a target for conservatives. As new controversies emerged, the legacy of the AOC-Musk confrontation endured. It became a symbol of the broader cultural and economic struggles facing the nation, a moment that captured the urgency of addressing inequality in a rapidly changing world. Political analysts began framing the incident as a defining moment in modern American politics. "This wasn't just about AOC and Musk," one commentator said. "It was about the future of capitalism and the role of government in shaping a fair economy."